All right, Shalom Akim. Before we get started, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to the Heavenly Father and His Son by their true names, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Harakak and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to my Akim, my Great Millstone, pushing this truth throughout the four corners. And basically in this video, uh, we're gonna get into how things is escalating and on the verge of World War III, you know, and NATO and the EU. This pretty much this whole beast system, spoken of in Revelation 17, is going to crumble, you know, and these EU nations going to turn on America and shoot those missiles on her. They don't got them for no reason. But we're gonna read this. I got another one of an actual account. I don't know how old it is. Oh, January 29th. You know, 50 U.S. troops hurt in Iranian missile attack. Pentagon now says. We're going to get into that, though. But that's actual, you know, evidence, showing how, the U.S. and Iran, already, you know, basically at war, you know, which is all going to escalate into World War III. But it says in the volatile Middle East, Iran's key allies include Iraq, Lebanon, and Syria. Outside of the region, Iran has strategic relationships with Russia and Venezuela. All right, and let's get this, because we know Russia is going to be eventually going to join in. All right, and it says this. I got a precept. Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, or the Medes, or the is Russia, against them, or which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. All right, so your America currency or its sanctions or anything like that is not going to stop Russia, from coming against America, and these other European Union nations shooting their missiles and things like that over here. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. They shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. All right. So that's what's coming to Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, which this is future prophecy, and it's about to come to pass. But those are more rooted in strategic relationships as opposed to religious and ideologically based alliances. In those realms, Iran is more closely tied to religious militia groups that the country has sponsored and trained in countries including Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and the Gaza Strip. Those are principally Shiite militias, including Hezbollah in Lebanon. Others are part of Iraq's popular mobilization forces that were incorporated into the country's armed forces in 2016. The group's totals more than 140,000 fighters and are under the commands of Iraq's prime minister, who is aligned with Iran. All right, more militias and Iran's allies are unified in this disdain for the United States and Israel. All right, notice they included Israel too. All right, because this why? Because all this is prophecy, and all this to get this precept right quick. You know, uh, all this was sanctioned, by Yahweh Shem Shah to happen. So shall my word, this Isaiah 55 and 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right, because you know, Israel, the land of Israel. All right, because you got Jewish people over there, not the real Jews, but you got the Amalekites over there. All right, those heathens, and that land got to be cleansed by fire. So that's prophecy. Uh, this Zechariah 9:6, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. All right, and that's over there in Israel. All right, that bastard is the Jewish people. You know, they having gay parades. Uh, you know, sodomites and things like that over there. You know, in the land of Israel. All right. um, get the next one. That's pretty much it, I think. That's old. But yeah, them people feel some type of way about they top Iranian general, which is that been happen, but still. Let's go to this one. I'm trying to get this precept. Um, all right. The title of this CBS News: 50 U.S. troops hurt in Iranian missile attack. Pentagon now says. Uh, Washington. Let me see. The Pentagon on Tuesday raised to 50 the number of U.S. service members who suffered traumatic brain injuries in Iran's missile attack earlier this month on an Iraq airbase. The third time the number of injuries has been increased. All right. Uh, the new the new uh, casualty total belies President Trump initial claim that no Americans were harmed, and Trump just a puppet. All right, he's not pulling any strings and things like that. It's these higher elites, of Esau, the so-called white man. These top banking families. All right, and these Jewish, these Amalekites. You know, uh, they the ones you know, pulling the Illuminati and things like that. Those the ones, calling the shots. Trump just a puppet, you know, and he's going to tell you, you, you know, you people over here, in America, he's going to tell you smooth stuff and things like that just to keep you, you know, at ease. He's not going to tell you the truth. That's for damn sure. Um, Days after the attack, the military said 11 services in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter. It tells you never to trust your enemy. All right, it breaks it down to the T. How your enemy gets down. All right, which you know we see right through these right through Trump and the rest of these Edomites. Service members were injured. All right, 11 of them. Last week, the Pentagon said 34 U.S. service members were hurt. All right. Uh. All right. That's pretty much it. I have to get. Let me see. Uh. All right, hold on. They got this video, and I'm gonna try to skip, cause in this video you had the let me see. They was talking. They was calling
And I thank you.
America clowns or something like that. Let me see.
Still running dangerously high. Khomeinis said Friday prayers for the first time in 8 years. In Iran today, the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said the missile strikes had dealt a blow to the dignity and awe of the US. Khamenei was delivering the sermon at Friday prayers for the first time in 8 years, using the podium to describe American leaders as clowns. With tension...
He called them American leaders clowns, man. All right. Let me get this. Those sounds like fighting words. But this Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. And that's clearly going to come about by these ICBM missiles. All right. So, you know, for far as this article, that's pretty much all we can get on that. But we're gonna get a few more precepts and close it on out. All right. And over here, in Babylon the Great, which is America, they got a lot of like it's designed, which is beautiful in our sight, men of the Lord, our sight, how, America got these different you know, plants and exons and all this, you know, and these big old containers that house gas and, you know, and things like that. That's all that's gonna, enhance, like, the these different fires and things like that after those these other nations, the EU nations, shoot those missiles over here. That's gonna cause an even bigger explosion. And I got this precept right here, which, just a classic Obadiah. Let's see which one. All right, Obadiah 1 and we can get 8. All right, yeah, we can get 8 on down. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? All right, because all that is, gone out the window. All right, it's straight confusion over here. Babylon the Great, which is America, is it's really in a confused state. All right, and the leaders, are panicking. You got these like Bill Gates and these other elites of the House of Esau, so-called white man. They going into their bunkers, they underground bunkers and they bunkers in the oceans and things like that, because they know what it's hidden for. And thy mighty men, O Timon, and they sending like troops and things like that to the White House, to get those, because they know martial law about to they trying about the initial martial law. They know civil unrest and all this. All this is prophecy. They know all this is about to pop off. You know. uh, and thy mighty men, O Timman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. All right, Israel. All right, what you have done to the 12 tribes of Israel, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. So that's future prophecy, to you Edomites. All right. And that's what you went off at for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. All right, what you did to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. They got a precept. Might not get it, but you Edomites, well, especially we gonna focus on you elite families. You chief families of Esau. Y'all thought that you know the Lord wasn't paying attention and that he was with you. Uh, and all this wickedness that you was doing to the nation of Israel, to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, who are Israelites. You know, and you thought you was about to crown your enterprise with success, but right when you about to accomplish, that, you know, the Most High is gonna set things off. You know, it's gonna let's see if I can. All right, we at 17. Uh, Bear with me, Akim. Slow, internet and stuff be moving slow. Uh, Here you go. All right, we probably gonna end it off on this. It's another precept I was about to get, but it's not. I can't find it right now. But Psalms 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, Esau, the so-called white man, and I kept silence. All right, so Yahweh Shem Shah, he let you do your thing for a time, a time. All right, and thou, so this little rulership you had, for like 500 something years. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as and one as thyself. All right, but I will reprove thee. All right, the Most High is gonna take you out of power, and put you in slavery. All right, and other nations coming with you. You got the Chinese, the Japanese. All right, and other nations. They gonna be joining and set them in order before thine eyes. All right, so you gonna be put in your rightful place. As the basis of all men in slavery. All right, it goes all the way back to Genesis. With Jacob and Esau. All right, because the elder shall serve the younger. All right, Esau, you came out first. All right. Let me see. All right. That'll be it. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Um, and with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father and His Son by their true names, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Harakakwadah, and double honors to the old apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the Akim of Great Millstone that's pushing this truth. All right, Shalom.